Georgia quarterback Carson Beck has made a major change in what direction he's planning to head. The UGA quarterback had previously said that he was leaving Georgia for the NFL. But today, On3's Pete Nakos broke some huge news. Carson Beck is in the transfer portal. So we're going to break it all down. But first, hit subscribe to the On3 Recruits channel, the best recruiting channel on all of YouTube. All right, so we got Pete Nakos here. Pete, Beck announced a few weeks ago that he was leaving Georgia for the NFL. He was going to get ready for the NFL draft. What happened between then and him hitting the portal?
So before that announcement, right, there's the SEC title game. He injures his UCL and his right arm, I believe. And then it also comes out, too, that he's not going to play in the college football playoff. He's been away from the team with his family in Jacksonville. And it becomes more and more clear that he's going to need some serious physical therapy and time to get back at it. So beyond that, too, he also had surgery recently. He is now fully in PT and getting ready. And the decision was made that he wants to enter the transfer portal. Going into the NFL draft for 2025 might not be his best option if he wants to be a top 3-round pick, just because of he had a rough 2024 season, the injury, some things haven't gotten perfectly for him. So now's the time to maybe hit that reset button, find a new home, and start prepping for the 2026 NFL draft.
So he's no longer prepping for the draft anymore. I mean, he's now in
my full understanding is that he is not expected to enter the NFL draft at this point.
Okay, your story was really interesting, and at one point you said that this could be the highest paid transfer in college football history. So I want to know what the dollar amount we're talking, because wasn't Cam Ward in the $2 million range to Miami last time?
Yeah, so Cam Ward got roughly like 1.5 to 2.5. Right. We'll just leave it at that. I reported on New Year's Eve that a lot of teams have been calling Quinn Ewers to try to get him to go in the transfer portal. The highest number I had heard to that point was $6 million. I don't expect Carson Beck to touch that range. I do expect him to go over $3 million. And we'll see how high it goes. We'll see if this is quickly done to Miami. We'll see if he takes multiple visits. I think that those are questions we have. I am more than safe to say, though, that the Hurricanes are the team to beat at this point.
So has there even been a QB this cycle in the $1.5, $2 million range, or was that just last year with Cam Ward?
Reports are out there that Darian Mensah, the quarterback from Tulane who transferred to Duke, got over $3 million a year. I have not been able to confirm that. Haven't seen the contract, so not ready to say that yet. I think that it's safe to say, though, that whatever Carson Beck does end up getting, it's going to surpass anything else we've seen in this market so far. And just adding to that, too, Josh was told by someone that not close to the Beck camp, but just someone else in college football, someone's going to have to back up a truck for Carson Beck.
Okay, well, who are the teams that could be backing up this truck? The people are here. They want to know, who is it that could be involved with Carson Beck?
So already mentioned it, team to watch, team to beat right now is going to be Miami. I mean, the Hurricanes obviously lose Cam Ward. They bring back Emory Williams. He had an up-and-down second half in the Pop-Tarts Bowl against Iowa State. I think Carson Beck to Miami makes a ton of sense. And listen, guys, we'll just speak it into existence. His girlfriend is a Miami Hurricane women's basketball player right now. So that's the first school. Ohio State has a really good chance to go win a national title. They play Texas tomorrow night. Their focus is not exactly on the 2025 season. There are some lingering questions right now about what they're going to do at quarterback. They obviously have Julian Sain, who, Josh, you'll be better than me here. Was he the number one player or just the number one quarterback?
Number one quarterback.
The number one quarterback in last year's class. Has a ton of upside, would make a lot of sense. But does Ohio State feel like they need to bring someone else in? We don't know. But I expect Ohio State to at least make a phone call.
Okay.
And then the last school, the major wild card, the biggest spender in this year's transfer portal market, Texas Tech. I expect the Red Raiders to attempt to make an effort to get involved.
And Texas Tech's already, your phone's going crazy. Texas Tech is already considered your transfer portal winner for this cycle, right?
Yes.
Yep. So it wouldn't, this would go in line. I just want people, when they hear you say Texas Tech, they've been out here spending, right?
Yeah. They have, I don't know the exact number. I'll just say it's definitely over $5 million. I would have to surmise at this point. So I fully expect Texas Tech to take a swing They've done everything they have and can in the last 5 weeks to improve this roster.
All right. Well, I know you're busy, so let's get you out of here. What does a timeline look like? And I say this because with Carson Beck's injury, does it matter if he's with a program for spring? Because normally, you'd be participating in spring practice, but with him being injured, does the timeline kind of extend? Does he not feel like he needs to be there for the spring, or does he want to be there for the spring?
This is going to be a quick decision.
Okay.
I'm not saying 72 hours quick, but I imagine at some point in the next 10 to 14 days. That'd be my bet right now.
All right. Well, guys, you heard it. Carson Beck is in the portal. Where do you guys think he's going to end up? Let us know. Comment section below.